Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here, bringing you Wholesome Halfwits versus Screaming Weenies. Looking forward to this matchup. This one looks to be a little bit more competitive than the last time we saw Screaming Weenies all those minutes ago. Wholesome Halfwits currently 8th in the standings, clinging to playoff eligibility, only 2 points ahead of Screaming Weenies right now. Wholesome Halfwits, 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Screaming Weenies, 2 wins, 1 draw, and now 6 losses. Screaming Weenies definitely has to win this if they're going to make playoffs. They don't win it, they're not going to get in. There's just no way around that, if we're honest. It needs to be very probably a domination victory. Season's getting short, only 2 weeks left. But, as we all know, Deckard Cain is eligible. So, here we go. Phoenix gonna get banned out. Deckard Cain is eligible. This is something we didn't see him in the last set, but today is the first day he is in fact eligible. So we'll keep an eye on that. Do we see him? Right now, support meta pretty tight. It's Malfurion, Stukov, and it ain't anywhere else at the moment. Chromie gonna get banned out, denying Screaming Weenie something of a comfort. They've put a high priority onto Chromie in the first set, getting her and Nazebo in both games. Let's see if that makes them panic and maybe try to grab the Nazebo quickly. I think it'd be a mistake. Stukov is up, Malfurion's up, Hanzo's up, my cholesterol's up. My depression is up. My sense of self-worth is down. My hair is falling out. My love life is a failure. My career is going okay. My pride in my job is shit. Overall, it's kind of been a mixed year for DB Smiley. I hope I'm making everyone watching feel awkward as fuck. That is like 90% of what I do. But here we go. Junkrat going to be the first pick here on Cursed Hollow. Interesting first pick. Does bring the boss control. Grenades can bounce off the walls on the shrine, though I don't think you should take the level 1 where bouncing does extra damage. You can actually make it work here if you really wanted to, though. Oh boy. Lucio Dahaka. Okay, the Dahaka this early I've seen on Cursed Hollow. I am surprised to see Lucio this early. When Malfurion is up, when Stukov is up. Huh. This is, interesting draft so far. The Dahaka brings the global. This is a good map for Lucio, but is he better than Malfurion or Stukov? My first thought is the answer is no. My second thought is also no. And my third thought is we just saw fucking Lily. Johanna. So they're setting up for a Cassia. If they're telegraphing, if they're trying to hide that, then Boy, they have just telegraphed the shit out of it. Lily. Okay, so just don't go auto attack damage. Go like Maiev and Gul'dan here. We live in strange times. Cassia banned. Oh, I wonder I wonder what made them think Cassia was on the table. What possibly could have signified that Cassia was likely to be a pick? It's a mystery, folks. It is a mystery. That is that is okay. That is a draft. Division D, just you don't know what you're gonna get, and it leads to some interesting situations here. We have no Malfurion and no Stukov in this game, and not even in bans. And I think this is the first time I've casted a game where this has been the case, where neither has been involved. I've casted games where one of them hasn't been involved. You've seen a preference like an Alex Strassa or a Lucio, but the other team either would have or ban Malfurion or Stukov. Alarak, Anubarak, a couple of Axe. Alarak and Anubarak. Nice rack. So you now have like just no auto attack damage. And now if you go into something like a Li Ming, Li Ming or Gul'dan I think would be strong. You know, those skins may cost $35, but I live alone and have a decent salary, so I own them and I don't even play Alarak. That's how just fucked my life has gotten. Let's see. Zag Thrall. There it is. It's gonna be the Zag, it's gonna be the Thrall. Hmm. Not sure. What's this next pick gonna be? I think pretty much any ranged ability-based assassin's gonna work well. I think Li Ming is absolutely an option into the Lili. Could always go Gul'dan. There's Li Ming. Draft 1 here by Wholesome Halfwits. Not sure what the goal was there for Screaming Weenies. They are going with the kind of that split push style with the 4-man. I don't know what is the goal though. I look at this comp and I say like, where's the wombo? Where's the combo? How do they get kills? Are they trying to just out macro with the Zagara and just buy time with all the poke of Junkrat, Joanna Thrall? They could be doing that. But there's Dahak on the other side who's going to counter it with his global. He can just come in late. So we'll see. We definitely will see. Heading into this match. Screaming Weenies, as we said, coming off a loss earlier. Gotta kind of keep your emotions in check here. You just lost to a good team. Now you're playing a team that you have a much better chance to win. And so it kind of comes down to which map did you mentally prepare yourself for better. But it will be interesting to see how they react. I honestly don't know what to expect. Here we go into game number 1. On the left side, it's going to be Wholesome Halfwits here. Guac Cousteau going to be on Alarak. Bubba on Anubarak, doing a little dance. Dr. Jelly going to be on the Li Ming. Malleus Mal going to be on Dahaka and Dragon Slayer. Going to be playing the Lucio, and over on the right, it's going to be Grogman playing Lili Mumin. Going to be on the Junkrat. Udunomancer going to be on Joanna. Down here in the bottom is going to be Pez on Thrall. And Tatriarchus. I will get it right at some point on Zagara. Level 1s.
What are you waiting for?
Alarak going with reduced cooldowns. At higher health. Bell Shield out of Anubarak. Taka going with the agility. Li Ming power hungry. Lucio going with the we move together. This is one I don't see a lot. On the other side, though, it's Crash Lightning. While Thrall goes to the solo lane, he takes Crash Lightning. That's just wrong. That's a wrong pick. Anubarak burrowing in, trying to get onto a Dunamancer. There's a swing and a miss. Lili going with free drinks. Down volatile acid. It's a pretty standard build, but Crash Lightning is just the wrong pick. 100%, no reason to pick it right now. I get that it potentially can get value where you're fighting over the objective, but if you're going to leave Thrall in a solo lane and not rotate, you don't pick it. The objective is just not long enough for it to get value. Praise being dropped. And Thrall does actually manage to get the kill here onto Alarak. Alarak a little bit sloppy there. That is a decent opening start here on the side of Screaming Weenies. Zag doing pretty well into the Hawk up in this top lane. Could use some rotation to help out. So right now what Dahaka is doing is he's sitting back and taking poke from Zagara. He's not pressuring her at all. And now it can be hard to do, but then you just got to call for a rotation, expect it to be there. Neither team working their camps at this moment, which is a bit of a surprise. Level 4s here. Standard picks. Maybe going with the movement speed slow on the blind. Always fun. Yeah, Dahaka really getting forced back. They could trade out Alarak and Dahaka. Dahaka would do much better in the bot lane, but would be a long rotation for Alarak. First shrine gonna be top though. Bruiser Camp is finally getting picked up here, so that will generate some value for red. Blue gonna try to push in, get some poke damage onto this tower. Not really a huge amount. Guac Cousteau gonna rotate. He is, as is Thrall. Thrall could dismount Guac, not going to do it. Sitting up onto the point. Blue with the defensive position at the moment, going to be able to be interrupted. Alarak a little bit cut off from the rest of the team, misses a Discord Strike. Hydra onto Li Ming, doing quite a bit of damage. Junkrat with a good concussion mine placement. There's a Discord Strike. Oh man, feels bad. No Crash Lightning stack there. Too many minions nearby. Interrupt there on the Joanna. Mewman's flaking into the back, getting some good damage out. The Saint should favor the Lucio comp here, but as yet, just not enough damage coming out. Pez gonna be able to channel onto the backside. Junkrat with good poke damage. Dahaka has headed bot. They deal with those siege giants. So not too bad. Level 7s here on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. We're all back into the bot lane. Now they do have Alarak on Zag, so that's going to work out, I think, a bit better for them. Although, so far, Guakusto's play, in my mind, has not been good as I would hope. Getting the slow on telekinesis. Actually, that with the boot may allow the kill here. They do get it. Lucio with a good flank. Zag should have seen it. Probably got tunnel visioned in. Look at all this creep here, and it just didn't happen. Wait, is that a hill? That creep is like on a hill there. There's a hill there? Oh my gosh, like you can see it. There's like a little hill. I've never noticed that before. Hang on. Look at this. Has anyone ever noticed the hill here before? Am I like going insane? Like right there, you can see the creep on the kind of at an angle. Has that been there, like, since the game's been launched? I'm actually freaking out about this way too hard. Still, though, Wholesome Halfwits have not grabbed a single camp on their side of the map. And so, you know, yeah, they've done a good job soaking the lanes, but they haven't generated really any pressure. I think the wave clear is still pretty good. Ooh, Junkrat Tire actually separating out Lucio pretty far. Alarak going very aggressive for the flank. There's the Condemned. Dahaka coming in, trying to get on. There's the Iron Skin. Dahaka now moving top. Alarak moving bot, but I thought that lane was actually... That lane setup they had was actually working out for them quite nicely. I'm very surprised to see the switch. But seriously, there's a fucking hill here. It's like, here's the outline of it. And it is freaking me out. Is there a hill over here? Near the boss? I don't really see it. Weird, man. It's weird. Bottom right, gonna be... Ooh, there is the silence on the troll. Bottom, gonna be focused here, and actually red gonna give this, trying to focus boss next to this hill here. Trying to burn it down. Blue gets the cap. Can they get the kill onto Pez? Ooh, there's the telekinesis, but not really the follow-up. Level 10s for both teams. Disintegrate, Adaptation, Sound Barrier, Cocoon, and Counter-Strike. On the other side, we have the 1,000 Cups, and this is going to go down in history as one of the slowest boss burns ever. But boss is picked up. 1,000 Cups. We have the Riptire. We have the Bless Shield. We have the Nidus. Thrall has not picked a 10 yet. Earthquake could enable the Riptire, but Sundering could be good for getting some poke damage out, just to get a finish. The hill is more interesting than this game, and it's not my fault. Like, does that have any effect on the gameplay, or am I just, like... It's weird. I've never noticed there's a hill there. Ooh, good trade damage. So it's like, it would be here. Maybe it's like the edge of the pathway is kind of sloped. Maybe that's what the hill is, it's just the pathway edge. I don't know. Lily going for the channel. Gonna be giving up, clearing the boss. So the next tribute is gonna be both with 2. They're all poking in. Has a stack of Crash Lightning to his name. But, you know, it's still a good talent that you should pick all the time. Hero League teammates. It's totally fine. It's still viable. But Fort gonna go down, and this is, Screaming Weenies starting to take a pretty big macro edge here.
Red team has destroyed
Blue finally getting their first camp of the game, getting a siege camp up in the top lane while Alrek's soaking. Red could be posturing for boss, potentially. Root there, onto the Haka. He's going to be able to back up. Next tribute going to be top, though. Blue already in position. Dahaka can move up. Spending some time grabbing the Siege Giants here, but I actually don't think this is a good use of time, because now you're going to be rotating in late. There's no way you're getting the tribute in time, and Thrall not going to be there to poke either, so it's just Zagara. And actually, we're seeing a rotation come up onto Zagara. Going to have to back up behind the gate. But this tribute is up in 8 seconds. I don't know if they're going to be able to get any in time to contest. And that could give up a curse. That would be a significant misplay. Thrall should be able to interrupt it. Thunder being used there. That's... Could have just queued. Cocoon there, onto Thrall. Disintegrate comes out, trying to get onto Zagara. Zagara now in a world of hurt. Thousand Cups trying to keep Zagara up. It does not succeed. Here comes the Riptire. Not really moving in the right direction. Thrall somehow still alive, trading out, trying to get onto Li Ming. Li Ming does go down. Not really sure why they spent so much time on that Riptire there. But now here comes the turnaround with Alarak. Big silence. Grogman and Dunamancer gonna retreat. There's the stun. Can they get away? Grogman is so low, but they do. But this should be a... Oh, and Junkrat goes down. And that is going to be a tribute blue. So, all of the values. All of the value that they had in the early game on the fort and all that, and they still lose the first tribute, and they're down a level in XP. So this is a pretty bad situation here. All this siege damage could easily turn into level 16 for blue. Wholesome Halfwits with a big advantage now. Now, red can get back into it. They only need one tribute to do it. They're going to need to be careful. A little bit of a swing and a miss. Cocoon onto Joanna, but there's no chance you're going to get a kill off that. So it was just kind of a wasted ult.
Has destroyed a fort.
Zagara fighting Alarak in mid. Ooh. The Hydralisk actually triggering Counter-Strike. Good call there by Guac to use it. Now the dive in onto Lucio to disintegrate with a boop. Gonna secure the kill. Riptire comes out. No chance to secure a kill. Sundering was used as well. Oh, no. Well, that... And Guac Cousteau gets out. Things have just gone from bad to worse here for Screaming Weenies. They had so much control in this game, and things have just fallen apart for them here in the last 2 minutes. Bottom four gonna go... They only lost one fort, actually. So it's not too bad, but they're down 2 levels despite having a structural advantage. And they've blown ultimates kind of willy-nilly with no chance of getting kills off them. Dahaka's still pushing up this fort. He is very, very brave. Did I say brave? I mean, he's fucking dead. Oh no! A little bit of a misplay. Adaptation blown. Not gonna get any value. Not need to pop adaptation there. Not going to be able to survive long enough to get it off. Just save the ult. Have it up when you're alive. Be ready for the team fight. You can always charge in and use it. Mid fort being focused now. Bot fort is low. Alarak potentially pushing up to look for the finish on it. Level 15s. 1 level to go for Screaming Weenies to find 16. They're going to have their ults back up soon. Their combat ults. That doesn't count in Nidus Network for pretty obvious reasons. Moving into a boss now. They're going to give up bot fort. Screaming Weenies taking a siege camp right now. Not really recognizing, hey, everyone just disappeared off the map. They're probably on their boss. And that's just kind of an experience thing. They are going to get bot fort here. There it is. So up 2 levels, but that is boss. But here's the thing now. You potentially have to push in with this boss on the side of red to get value with it, with the siege giants up. Blue... They're gonna start boss. Red starting bruiser. Is Screaming Weenies making the same mistake their opponent just did? Not recognizing everyone disappeared from the map. They went into bruiser. They spent a lot of time doing it. Now they're gonna lose boss here in bot lane. So let's see which boss gets more value. Red did not push up with it. Blue gonna back. Red gonna rotate around to deal with boss. I don't know if the bruiser camp's worth it. Tribute, defensible position here for Screaming Weenies. But they're going to have to stay bot. They can give this tribute. Let's see if this boss is at least going to get them 16s. It should. Boss actually going to take out the tower. They're walking away from a pretty healthy boss here. It's going to take out well as well. But this boss down in bottom still very, very healthy. Blue easily grabbing this. Uncontested. Should take mid forward as well. But here we go. Now it's a situation where Screaming Weenies are going to have to try to find a fight here. They have to win some fights to be able to get back into this game. There is a big minion wave top, so now's a good time to engage onto Alarak. Try to prevent a reaction. But they're kind of playing pretty sheepish at the moment. We're going to get a tower. Junkrat just doing what he can to burn it. Throwing a trap at the tower. Not really sure why. Now, Alarak misses a combo on a Grogman. Here comes the Burrow charge in. Condemned trying to turn the fight around. Dr. Jelly did try to flank. Didn't have it there. This is bottom tribute. Zagara is top. Doesn't have a Nidus network too far away. Towards the back. But now we're... Ooh, and that is why you don't step up on Lily. Lily just went on an adventure. And that's going to be tribute number 2 for Blue. Zago going to try to get top keep here with this. Is anyone backing? Nobody backing yet. Dahaka not backing either. They just lost top keep for nothing. I mean, they got a second tribute, but second tributes are not worth a top keep. That's going to be Katas in top lane. That might be the edge Screaming Weenies needs to find a win condition. Alarak, once again finding Joanna. There's the trap from Junkrat. Good damage, though, onto a Dunomancer. Lily not up yet. Ooh, Junkrat is dead. You don't step up into Alarak when you're on Junkrat, it turns out. It does not work out well. A little bit of a misplay. And the problem with that is you just had a chance to take a fight 5v5. Lily was finally back up. And you just staggered the death in the worst possible way. Now your team is at a significant disadvantage. They're going to have to find a way to stall without Junkrat for about 20 seconds to get Junkrat to be able to move in. Or they're going to lose another curse. Luckily, the lanes are reasonably pushed down. It looks like Red not even going to contest this, so they're going to have to give up a curse. They're just going to get a camp to defend bot lane and try to defend elsewhere. Alarak looking for the combo. Zag looking like she's going to go push away. She doesn't have a Nidus to spawn, so she can afford to be a bit aggressive here. But there is the curse. Combo there onto Pez. Pez in a lot of trouble. Telekinesis actually pushing away Grogman. Sundering used to secure the disengage, and 1,000 Cups gone down. Ooh, big flank there from Li Ming. Here comes the Haka. Can he get a grab? Ooh, good telekinesis onto Lily. And now this is the chance to push wall. Zag trying to push this bot keep in. Starting to get some value doing it, but she is racing so many other people. Thrall now going down, and things going from bad to worse. Junkrat, the bad spot. Joanna not going to be able to get out. This is going to be the game. They can just move on to mid, take the keep, and then move on to core. Zag is not going to be able to push fast enough in time. Here we go. Core shield's going to start taking some damage here. Junkrat, the lone defender, but he's not going to defend it long. Shield's down. Zag coming back to try to help on this defense, but Lily not going to be up for another 13. And this is going to absolutely be game. Screaming Weenies just made a lot of silly decisions there, unfortunately. There we go. Going to be Wholesome Halfwits taking game number 1. Screaming Weenies really needed to dominate this series, have a chance to make playoffs, and they're going to find it difficult now. Not impossible. Very, very difficult. They definitely need to win this next game. They can't afford domination. But we'll be right back on the other side of this break. Wholesome Halfwits up 1-0 in this series over Screaming Weenies. As we move into game number 2 here on Infernal Shrines. Screaming Weenies, they actually had a decent early game there, but just made a lot of misplays late. It was kind of unfortunately frustrating to watch, and hopefully they can rectify it. But just didn't seem to be on the same page in a lot of situations. We move into Infernal Shrines. Let's see what the draft priority is. I think Deckard Cain could be good on this map. I don't expect him to be picked. I don't. My guess is neither team has practiced him too hard, but we'll see what happens. I apologize. I'm gonna have to take a phone call, so I'm gonna mute my mic for a bit. Be right back. All right, apologies for that, everyone. I am back. Your apologies. Unprofessional, I know, but that was actually a something of an emergency. Not a hard one, but one I needed to respond to. It's certainly urgent. Um, Ragnar's gonna be the first pick. We saw the Alarak ban. We saw the Chromie ban. Once again, targeting kind of that comfort out of Screaming Weenies. Taking out the Alarak just didn't have a lot of responses to it. Although I think they could have if they played a bit more patient. Here we go. Diablo Hanzo.
Redemption.
Pretty standard picks onto the map. Weenies getting a little bit meta here. Again, I'm just not really sure where they were going with that draft in the last game. I kind of see the Zagara pick value, but Sonya Stitches. So after you get the Rag, you get a second solo laner, and the tank you get is Stitches. That is surprising. It's a decent map for Stitches. Hard to land hooks on the point, but good to get pickoffs before the point. Let's see. What ban do you go here? Alex Strasza, maybe? or Stukov. Neither team has prioritized support really at all in this set, which is, you know, neither certainly prioritized Stukov or Malfurion. They both got through draft unchosen. Do we see a Deckard game? I just kind of want a Deckard game. Give me a Malfurion ban, which I actually think is the right choice. But I also just really want a Deckard game. Ban Stukov. And then pick Deckard. That's what I want to see right here. Deckard Cain. Stukov is banned. So, you know, the best support who's up right now, probably Alex Strasza for both teams. But the second best support up right now, I honestly believe is Deckard Cain. And I want to see it so bad. So bad. Are we going to get it? Are we going to stay a while and listen? Lucio definitely works on the side of Wholesome Halfwits. Although it has, Lucio would have to position extremely carefully. Can't get one shot at Diablo. We have the Diva. Good on the map. Can punish Stitch. There's the Alex Strasza. We're going to get a Lucio, aren't we? We're not going to get Deckard. Man. This feels bad. I just want to cast the Deckard game. He's such a fun hero to play. He's fun to watch, too. I've watched a lot of streamers who've picked him up. He's really fun to watch. And just to see how streamers kind of play him, where they position potions, how they communicate with the team. I'd love to see Deckard in organized play.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem!
Junkrat. And what's the support? Deckard Cain! Yes! We get Deckard Cain! Ah, I feel so happy. Oh my goodness. Yes. I think it's the wrong pick here. I think Lucio is the better pick. And I'm like such a fucking bitch for saying that. But, oh man, we have Deckard. Deckard Cain has been achieved. I am so happy. Can't wait to talk about the talents and my opinions on them. But here we go. What's this last pick gonna be? Probably a damage dealer. Needs to have some decent shrine clear. Stukov isn't bad. Espedan. So we're just getting kind of more of the specialist type cheese. I don't like that pick. But we do have Deckard Cain, and I think that's just makes this this series worth playing. So here we go. Looking forward to casting me some Deckard. Gonna be a fun one. Indeedly doodly. I'm excited for Deckard. Here we go. On the left side, the team that picked the support I love when it was probably the wrong pick. Dragon Slayer, gonna be on Deckard Cain. Guac Cousteau, gonna be on Ragnaros. We're gonna have Bubba on Stitches. Dr. Jelly going to be on the Junkrat. And Malleus Mal gonna be on Sonya. And over on the right, gonna be Tatriarchus on Asmodan. Gonna be Dunomancer on Diablo. Pez gonna be on Alex Strasza. Interesting, moving to support role. Mewman 13 going to be on the Hanzo. And down the bottom, Grogman going to be on the Diva. Pez was the Thrall last game, I want to say. But here we go, looking at it. Deckard going with the Scroll of Identity quest. The goal of this quest is once you get stacked, it gives an armor reduction on the enemy that you root. Can be difficult to land. It's great as follow-up CC, but they don't really have any hard CC here. I would say, given that you have the Sonya and the Ragnaros, that slows would have been incredibly valuable. I would have gone Sapphire here. But you also have enough dive that maybe instead of Sapphire you go Ruby, at which point I actually think the spell power on the root could have been pretty valuable. But it's just going to be hard to land the root with as little follow-up CC as there is. Or with as little initiation CC as there is, I should say. Root coming in. Swing and a miss. Meanwhile, though, setting up those potions. Notice that there's some potions here in the back. It's always good to kind of drop some in the back for people to rotate off to. Malleus Mal needs to save the Ancient Spear for whenever Asmodan steps up with Laser. That's when you pop it. Taste for Blood was picked up by Asmodan. That is what we call the wrong choice. He doesn't have any stacking buddy. That is not a solo laning talent. You can take that with a Joanna, you rotate, you try to stack. You don't solo lane Taste for Blood. It's the wrong choice. This team will never let me cast them again. Otherwise, pretty standard talents. Solo E-build. Trying to get that extra dragon time. That can actually be the right call. But you need to get a stack quick. That's it, already up to 5 stacks. Build them up. Deckard, not super mobile. Decently easy to hit him. Level 4 is coming in. And we have Potion of Shielding. So this has kind of been the go-to pick at top level of play, just for the burst option it provides. I would have liked a Ruby here because you have the Ragnaros and the Sonya, but I can totally get why you don't go into it. You know, again, the safer pick is very much that Potion of Shielding. Much more reliable. But man, Ruby, when you're on Sonya, if your Deckard goes Ruby, it's just a feels good, man. You dive really hard. Here comes Rag, here comes Hanzo. Rotating up late. No real side soak here. Ditch is going with a full slam build. So, bulky enough self-sustain that I think that's actually the right call. Here comes the root attempt off the Roger Cube, separating out. Good zoning. Actually finds a root there on to Asmodan. Asmodan turning around with laser. Now gets out. Now Grogman does have the explosive. Here comes the dragon. Explosive, not in a good position at all. Doesn't collect anything. Grogman going deep. Gets back into the mech. 1-for-1 trade. Alex for Junkrat, but that is a favorable trade actually for the side of blue. Here comes the root. Are they going to get Asmodan? They do. That might enable the kill they need. Ragnaros shielding in. Grogman taking a lot of damage, as is Mewman. Good meteor damage. Shrine control still fairly even. Here we go. Ooh, Mal gets separated. This could very well be the end of our hero, Sonya. No, good route to enable a disengage. Ooh, Junkrat blowing the mine as Sonya's trying to spin the wind to heal back up, but the Molten Core doing quite a bit of damage to the side of red. Deckard Cain doing the best he can to heal through it. Not heal through that, not Molten Core, but heal through the damage of the Hanzo. And they managed to get the Shrine. Guac going off the soak, couple of taps coming in, tap, tap, taparoos, and we're going to get back into the fight. We have Deckard Cain halfway done with his quest. Q build almost done for Rag. Rag going with kind of that tankier build, and I actually really like that choice. Root gonna come in, collects 2, barely catches Diablo. I'd have been told to fire on Diablo. I'd be like, man, I was out of that. But level 7's here for both teams. Trying to get the flip on the Bubba, doesn't get him over wall. Now separating out Adunomancer. Adunomancer gonna try to get back behind the gate. There's the hook. Isn't enough. Ooh, Junkrat secures the kill onto Diablo. That's gonna be Diablo going down. 57 souls, not there yet. Now we do see the Emerald, so reducing that healing from Alexstrasza. That's actually a really good choice here. Because if you pop that on the enemy team when Cleansing Flame comes out, you're really going to reduce that healing of that ult. Which is a fantastic ult. I mean, it's a fantastic healing ult, but if you can deny it with the Emerald, I think it's a great choice. And generally with Deckard, you want to go at least 1 gem. You don't tend to even want to go more than that. The simple reason is, post 20, you can only use 1 gem at a time, but with this talent, Emerald, you can basically reduce all of the enemy's healing post 20. It's actually insane, because you go the reduced cooldown on Herodric Cube at 16 with the extra trait value, and you're basically just constantly keeping that debuff on the enemy team. It's mana hungry, but it is absolutely effective. Emerald might actually be the best talent for that, even better than something like, say, Ruby. Although Ruby can be insane, but you have to have a dive comp. 3v4 invade. This will not go well. Dragon's actually blown. Here comes Ragnaros, though. Oh, and wow. Alex stepping up there, getting the root. Here comes Rag now, trying to get onto the backside. Siege Camp gonna get picked up. Here comes the mini gust to push people away. Sonya clearing up the camp while Asmo pushes the wall. He's lasering the cannon tower, so he does get that down. Rag's still in bot lane. Level 10's here. What do we get? We got the Putrid Bile over the Gorge, which I am okay with. It does enable the Riptire. It does enable Sonya. What does Deckard Cain go? I don't like Stay a While and Listen, especially with Putrid Bile. It's just with the stitches, with the Rag, there's a lot of incidental damage. I don't think Stay a While and Listen is the pick. I want to see the Lornado. It's actually insanely good at controlling the point. You can really prevent someone from escaping with it, especially with the Junkrat. It's a ton of displacement. It's like a moving holy ground. It is the Lornado. I'm happy. So far, I'm happy with this Deckard build. I think it's a good build. Smiley approved. Let's go ahead, Candace, and just keep it polite in chat. And not target individual players like that. Thank you. I don't want to time anyone out. I want chat to not be hostile. And it's getting a little hostile. Level 10's on the other side. It's going to be the Bunny Hop, the Cleansing Flame, the Invasion out of Azmodan. Azmodan currently back in base. Bruiser Camp pushing in top. Azmodan still rotating down. 36 stacks on Taste for Blood. Dragon's Arrow. There's a big root on the back. Ooh, Bunny Hop. Into the mech. Oh, with the Dragon's Arrow, this could absolutely be huge. Bubba gets deleted. And there we go. Screaming Weenies with a great combo. And now here comes the Cleansing Flame. And they're going to find the kill onto Sonya. So just not enough support here coming out. The Lornado is just kind of a swing and a miss. I don't know where it was going. They get the separation onto Pez. Guaku's still going to go down, but can they get Pez? No, the Dragon's Arrow comes in and gets the kill. That wasn't Dragon's Arrow the first time. That was APOC, I believe. But even still, that was It's well-placed APOC. Got value. Alex did go down, got separated out by Junkrat, but that was a good fight by Screaming Weenies. Now they just need to make sure that Mumin doesn't die here. I like that Grodman's staying in pilot mode to burn this mech. Although I don't think he has a choice right now. He hasn't actually finished the thing. Is he going to mech right away? He might actually need to now. He's in a lot of trouble. There's the mech. Needs to be a bit careful, though. Lava Wave was used top just now. Asmodan potentially looking for a flank. Level 13's at play. Potion of Revival. This is a good talent, especially on this map. With the team fighting, that close proximity heal is very valuable. That said, the Ancient Blessings at 13 is so insanely OP that I'm surprised that wasn't the pick. Especially on this map, especially with the way the fights are going where they're diving aggressively. That Ancient Blessing is actually insane. It basically makes your team unkillable. Like, that talent needs to be nerfed. And it makes me sad that it needs to be nerfed, but it needs to be nerfed. Hook there on the Diablo. Root coming in. Can they find it? Lornado is going to push Diablo in. Perfect Lornado there. Cleansing Flame going to try to be used, but he does go down. I think Roger Cube came in with the reduction there. Hook there onto D.Va. She may have to demech. She does. But they managed to get D.Va all the same out of the mech. Good focus there. Quest completions happening. It's a good place here. On the side of Wholesome Halfwits. Side lanes are pushed in. They are kind of hanging around here a bit too long with the equal talent here. I recognize that they have an advantage right now, but they could be doing so much more on the map. Tasty soak top. It's actually starting to damage the gate. But Sonya moving into the Bruiser. You want to get this soak first, and then get the Bruiser. Push level 16. That's the top goal. Gonna paint the map blue, though. Grab some camps. Lava Wave once again used top. I am kind of upset that that is not being saved for potential opportune moments. Because now it's like, okay, you're going to clean up top, and then someone's just going to go push it out, and then everything's going to be fine. I guess trying to pave the way for Bruiser Camp. Are they going to invade Bruiser Camp here? That's a possibility. Looks like they might. They don't have 16s yet. They are invading. Stitch is going for the flank hook. Asmodan's not here, so they're going to get this. Asmodan now starting to rotate up, but it's going to be too late. And double Bruiser in the top. Do they push with this? And try to get 16 off the tower walls? Looks like they will. It is going to be top shrine, so if they get this tower wall, it's absolutely huge. It's potentially a chance to end the game. Invasion coming in defensively here. Lornado, I don't know what the goal with that Lornado was. Bunny Hop coming in. Junkrat separating people out. Here comes the Cleansing Flame. Roger Cube has reduced that healing a bit. Now Cleansing Flame trying to go for Dr. Jelly. No chance of finishing there. Should have just topped off the rest of the team before potentially looking for the re-engage. Sonya now off in mid, rotating up towards top to get the channel started. Here's a hook onto Diablo. Are they going to be able to get it this time? They don't have the Lornado separate. Here comes a big root, though. 60 was picked up. They actually went with root damage. That's the first talent I saw that I don't like here out of Deckard Cain. Ooh, Mewman gonna go down. This talent, I get it. It just trucks damage, and on this map it may feel good, but that extra cooldown reduction would basically keep the enemy constantly healing reduced post 20. Maybe looking to just end the game now. Maybe follow up on the CC from the Punisher. We'll see. D.Va is playing, let's call it optimistically. But now actually Wakusto in a bit of trouble. Trying to kind of kite. Now turning around through the Lornado. Here's the Putrid Bile trying to set D.Va up. D.Va not going to be able to demech voluntarily here. Here comes the Root. Gonna dismount. Can the Riptire kill D.Va? Yes, it does. Sonya, meanwhile, working the Punisher this whole time, has just grabbed it. This is going to be Arcane Punisher. This is likely to be game. Take a look at the healing numbers. I want to see how Deckard's doing. Actually, not even keeping up with Alex, but I think part of that is just that there hasn't really been enough damage to heal. Sonya with the Raz Berserker, Kieran Punisher. That is going to be a dead Diablo. Now, keep going to be focused. Going to get the well first. There's Roderick Cube again. Lornado, swing and a miss. That's the one problem here, is that Deckard's going to be great when there's some follow-up CC he can follow up on. Didn't really think through that sentence before I started talking. But his ults are hard to hit without some initial CC, but that said, it doesn't really matter when you just wipe 3 people out instantly like that. Bunny Hop gonna try to defend the core, but it's gonna be no dice. And an unfortunate fight for Screaming Weenies, as they find themselves going down 0-4. Not really competitive in any of the games. They had moments in Cursed Hollow. Things falling apart for them. Tough night, but congrats to Wholesome Halfwits. We're going to see if we can do a post-game interview. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. DB Smiley here, joined by 2 members of the victorious Wholesome Halfwits, Dr. Jelly the Captain and Guac Cousteau. How you guys feeling?
Feeling pretty good. It's always nice to win.
Yeah, I'm really happy we got to play Deckard. I think he's super fun.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the Deckard. I was really happy he got picked. First draft was kind of interesting. I think the Cassia ban in the second ban phase was exactly right, given what they showed. But you guys put a lot of early priority onto the Lucio there, even though Malfurion and Stukov, which are considered kind of the S tier supports right now, were up. To pair with the Dahaka in your first rotation, what was the reason for that?
It was really more I asked our healer what he wanted to play, and that's what he wanted. And I didn't want it to hide the rest of the picks to see what they were doing.
Fair enough. Straightforward. Sorry, drawing a blank here. The game kind of had... You were struggling a bit early, but managed to kind of win the first curse, and then push from there. Like, what was comms like after you lost the second curse token? I mean, I think you gave up the second one, if I remember correctly, but then you were able to win the next 6. Like, what do you attribute that to, that turnaround?
I think we were early game just kind of worried about that Zagara, probably a bit too much, or like their split push. We just kind of stuck with the objective, kept playing the map, and move forward that way.
Fair enough. Okay, so then, moving into game number 2, Infernal Shrines, you guys go with a pretty heavy front line, Rag, Stitch, Sonya, and followed up with the Deckard Kane. What kind of comps have you been running Deckard with, and where have you seen the most success with him?
I've seen a lot of success with Deckard's on... I guess it's not really been with comps. It's been he's really hard against like a good Diablo and a Genji in that, unless he has good peel. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he makes up for a lot of tanks missing CC, because he has so much CC.
Right.
So you can get that stitches and wait till 16 to have that slow, you know, and you can have the root into a slow from Deckard and a root from Deckard if he hits it.
Yeah, I guess I would just challenge you to try to see if you can use Deckard more as like a follow-up CC, and then kind of build a burst comp around it. That's where I've had a lot of success. Not to say that you guys played it wrong by any means, but I've been playing a lot of Deckard, so I'd encourage you to at least give that a shot. Other than that, any kind of comments on game number 2? It was fairly clean. It was even cleaner than the first game.
Yeah, it felt like they were scared to engage, even at the beginning there. And I get that. I mean, you can get booped around with the Junkrat and smashed with the Rag, and it was hard to. Who do you pick out of that front line?
Right.
But yeah, it felt pretty clean. We had a lot of indecision. We had a couple of level leads and talent leads that we probably could have pressed more advantage out of, but we were indecisive.
All right. Well, you still managed to get the win. I think you actually did press your advantage very well up in the top lane leading up to the end of the game. So
Yeah.
well done there. Any shout-outs before you go?
I got a shout out to our manager, Jonah Tollefson. He's probably the only person watching for us, which is nice. Guac, you got any shout outs?
Nope. I mean, shoutouts to me for watching this later. Hey, what's up?
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and just clean up our chat here. Someone getting just a little bit too tilted. But we will be back here on the Nexus Gaming Series in about 27 minutes for the next game. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.